Yeah, Richard J. Dash here. I'm gonna talk about one of the systems I own. Do a review. That was gonna be for the FC3 Plus by Yobo. The reason I want to review this is the warranty. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but here's the price of it brand new. I paid $59.99 plus tax. Actually, I have the receipt still. Total was $63.29 for this system. Okay, so that's the box it comes in. I got the silver version. And here's the system. It's got the power button here, reset button, the switcher for all three systems. I got the NES, the Genesis, and the Super Nintendo right here. And you know what really sucks is I can't find the instruction manual for the system, and I don't even think it tells you. But back here, instead of, like, you know how like the systems used to have the channel 3, channel 4 thing, it says O and J. Oh well. But I am not too happy with this system. It's very lightweight. Like, it feels like if you drop this on a hard surface, it's never going to work again. I don't know, I'm not going to test it out though. It's made in China. And here's the main flaw of it. Can you see those controller ports? Yes, that's right. Here's the controller. It's a 7-pin connector, which means you can only use this controller on it. And the controller is pretty darn cheap too, very light. Not even, they don't even have their like stamp of approval or like to show that this is actually made by them. There's no, somebody just handed you this controller, you wouldn't even know who the heck made it. But yeah, and the buttons, because it's got Genesis on it, the buttons are labeled A, B, C, which makes playing the Super Nintendo and Nintendo games very, very difficult, especially the Nintendo, because you can switch the controls around in a Nintendo game. I mean, it also comes with a zapper, but listen to this. Doesn't that sound cheap? It sounds very cheap. It is. I mean, it looks cool, and it feels a lot more comfortable actually than the NES one, but it is just a really cheap plastic. Alright, so that's showing you the system. It also says on the box, plays Super Nintendo, plays Super, plays NES, plays Genesis, and nobody, even on the I can't even find information that on the internet what the hell is G Factor. If anybody out there can tell me what G Factor is, I really want to know what the heck that means. I don't know if it means I can play like Japanese games or like foreign games or something. I don't know, but G Factor. If anybody knows what that means, let me know. Alright, I'm going to hook the system back up and I'll show you how it works for gameplay wise. I've got a lot of problems with this thing too. Alright, stay tuned after this commercial break and I'll give you some footage of how the game system works.
Watch Zelda become a legend on your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda! Which way to go? Good time. Peahead! Lever! Zelda! Zelda! Zelda!
The Legend of Zelda. A never-ending adventure new for your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda!
Hey y'all, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the commercial, and we're back. Here it is, it's all hooked up. I got a game for each system in there. I'm going to start at Super Nintendo here. This is Williams Arcade Greatest Hits. It's going to be kind of hard to play this with one hand, but I just want to showcase the graphic-wise. I mean, I used this for the system for my Genesis Top 10 list, but anyways. Like, it's kind of hard to showcase it with this game. But, yeah. So that's what the Super Nintendo looks like. I mean, like, you can't really showcase it on this game, but you can see A, B. All Nintendo systems are BA. That makes it really hard right there. Oh, this is Decap Attack, which was in my top 10 list there. And unfortunately, this game, you can even switch the controls in this game, but yet, for some reason, it doesn't work right in here. See, I just hit start by pressing C. And you're supposed to be able to attack. Well, for one, that should be start to go into the menu here. And, oh. This game is unplayable. Decap Attack you cannot play on the FC3 Plus. Now this is a Stonix, or how you pronounce that, for the Nintendo. And yes, this game has been cleaned. This is one of the games that does not work with the FC3 Plus. I have cleaned this game many, many times. Brought it back to the place that I bought it. They tested it on a real Nintendo, and that's all you get. You get a yellow screen. So, let's look at a few more games here. Showcase some more stuff for you there. That's why we'll just go backwards here. So far, the best thing I've seen so far is Super Nintendo. I mean, it's harder to play, but the graphic-wise and the sound doesn't seem to be hurting that much. Now, here's DuckTales. Can you guys all see how it looks? This game has also been cleaned. And it's got lines through it. It's not that clear, and the sound's a little bit off. Okay, let's go with the Genesis. Again, this one is David Robinson's Supreme Court. And I know the Genesis has bad sound compared to Super Nintendo anyways, but it sounds even worse on this cheap machine here. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. To tell you the truth, I've never played it before. This is the first time I've actually turned it on. Sega Sports Network. Huh. I mean, Genesis is probably the easiest thing to play on here because of that. I don't know if I should be doing that without turning it off, but what the heck. But yeah, okay, so FC3 Plus. I do not recommend this at all, especially if, well, it might have dropped in price by now. I bought this like a couple years ago only because I was like, hey, this is all the room I've got for gaming systems. Now, I'll try to have some newer systems like these three, my GameCube, my PlayStation, and my Wii hooked up, and a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis. That's the main reason I bought this. I wanted look at how much room it takes up to play 3 whole systems. But unfortunately, it's not that good. Nintendo, I don't even play my Nintendo and Super Nintendo because of the way the controller's set up, and you can't switch out the controllers. So I usually mainly use this system for Genesis and Genesis only. So it's basically a $60 Genesis that I bought. I haven't even tested out the Zapper because I know they don't really work on LCD TVs. So, all right, well that is my review on the FC3 Plus. Don't recommend it. Try buying a different one. It's very cheap feeling, cheap plastic. Good chunk of Nintendo games don't work right. Genesis has weird sounds. Some Genesis games don't play right, and no idea what X Factor is. So Retro J-Dash out.